Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Anticipation is mounting for today's game, and we've got two quarterbacks looking to make an impact. It's Smith's Giants going up against Jameis Winston's Buccaneers.
Thank you, Larry. With the distinctive pirate ship in the north end zone, we can only be in one place, and that's Raymond James Stadium in Tampa. Just a short time ago, the Buccaneers emerging from their tunnel to the roar of this frenzied crowd here in the Sunshine State. And we're in the big ship, and fittingly, everyone here ready to do battle as Tampa Bay gets ready to match up with the New York Giants. Slot man moves right. On the run, Darkwa. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. See if they stay on the ground for second down. Off of play action. Here's Smith. And right away, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
But I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This will be taken in at the 1. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive. Then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You've just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. Gino now to throw. Flush to his right. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
First down, it's Smith. Wiggles free. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Gerald McCoy busting through to get him for a loss of 6. In motion, the tight end. Here's Smith now on second down. Throw left side complete. That's Shepard. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
I'm pretty sure the Giants saw big success for Sterling Shepard coming out of Oklahoma. They could see him in their offense working in the middle of the field and making big catches.
Second only to Michael Thomas last year among rookies in receptions, yards, and touchdowns. Throwing on third down, Smith. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. The fourth-year man from LSU, Brad Wing, to punt it away, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. Jameis now on first down. Over the middle, complete. It's Martin. It's a gain of 7, and it'll bring up a second down. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. Here's Winston. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
The first carry now for Doug Martin, and he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. A gain of 3, second down. Not surprising to see Collins in on the tackle. He had 125 of them last year, most by a safety in Giants history.
He plays like a linebacker in the run game. His biggest improvement last year, his ability to defend the pass. He's going to be one of the best safeties in the league for a long time.
Second down following the run. Again, it's Martin. And he only manages a couple here, down to about the 38-yard line.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. The play clock's running down. Winston from the gun on 3rd down. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So a good kick there, and they wrap up the drive by putting 3 on the board.
And you know, let's face it, you're not always going to come away with 6. Defense in the NFL are just too good. But you've got to come away with something. And there, they get 3.
And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. New York set to take the field. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
They'll run with Darkwa. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Fresh set of downs here. Now a first down throw. It's Smith. They'll let it go deep for Beckham. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Giants. Odell Beckham, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants able to get this back within a touchdown. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. They go play action here on first down. Right side caught by Jackson. 11 yards for number 11. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
They run. Martin looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run. Now a second down throw for Winston. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
And the Giants will go with 6 defensive backs here on third.
Let's go now.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Now the 6-year man from Cal, Brian Anger, on to kick, as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return, and it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. Here's Darkwa, and he's got room. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Giants with a football here as we begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a 1st down. Now a handoff looking right. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
Strong run, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
On 2nd down, here's Smith. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Incomplete pass on 2nd down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on 3rd. The wide receiver moving to a new spot. To throw on 3rd down. Smith. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. A reminder, later tonight, the Colts, they'll be in Seattle to take on the Seahawks. And then Monday night, it's the Redskins getting a 2nd straight night game as they'll head down to Arrowhead to take on KC. We're in October already. Can you believe it?
No, I can't. This one's moving fast.
Ready? You got 525. You got 4. Johnny, you got that right there. 550, 550.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right. They start the drive with Martin. And he'll power his way up near the 25. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is Can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
They run it again with Martin. And he's got some space here. There goes Doug Martin. He's at the 30, past the 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Doug Martin, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bucs get the quick strike touchdown. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
And New York set to take the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Now it's Smith. He's going to loft one deep left side here. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot. One
shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
On 2nd and 10, Smith. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Well, that catch just gives us another reason to praise Odell Beckham Jr. Off to an incredible start to his NFL career.
3 Pro Bowls, 3 straight Pro Bowls, obviously, and first Giant to do that in more than 50 years, Charles.
And how about the numbers that he's put up also? 1,300 or more yards and 10 or more touchdowns in each of those 3 seasons.
On first down, Smith. And this will be incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. That'll bring up 2nd down.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming. Here's Smith to throw on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
And definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They're starting to put some space here. You know, first quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This second quarter, though, they've looked really good.
They've jumped in the saddle in a big way now, and now they're in full gallop. I mean, before, kind of cantering around a little bit, right, trying to feel their way, not getting done what they wanted to. But somehow they put it together with play calling, execution, and now there's a pretty big gap.
And they'll look to make that gap even bigger here. Here's Martin as they begin on the ground. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Second down, Winston. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Damon Harrison busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. In motion left, that's Jackson. They just do get the play off. Now Winston. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Well, he bounced up after taking a sack and took a shot downfield. I think a lot of us thought maybe he'd run draw in that situation. Instead, tried to get all back in one play.
Yeah, 3rd and long, thought he needed the deep pass, couldn't connect it.
Maybe he was hoping for a penalty downfield to give him the yardage they needed.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. New York set to take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Smith on 1st down. And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard. And now it's 2nd down. Smith throwing again. No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. William Golston in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Now Geno looking deep downfield. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
I don't know how you felt about that one, but almost felt like retaliation, didn't it? Took the sack, jumped right back up, and took a big shot downfield that fell incomplete.
Yeah, 2nd down sack. Tried for the big one on 3rd down. Couldn't get it. And out of bounds. This will depend on where they spot it, and they'll say at the 45. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 1st down. Here's the run with Martin. Finding room inside the 40. There goes Doug Martin. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Doug Martin with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. And always a good 1st half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. They'll run it now out of the gun.
Another miss.
And nothing but daylight ahead. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Orleans Darkwa, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants strike quickly here for 6 points. It's up and good, so they claw back into it, 24-14 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are.
Let's go now. Blue lady, 4 down, 4 down.
Play fake to Martin. Now Jameis. And this is incomplete. Thomas the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away. Turned into a nice play.
Ready, blue lady.
On 2nd down, Winston again. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Well, that was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
The Bucs on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6.
Trip, ready, blue lady.
From the gun, Winston. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line. And the Giants ready to come out now. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Very tough spot here for the offense to start. And they give this time to the tailback. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And that run, that changes the whole mentality about the drive right there. They were starting on their own 2-yard line. They just wanted enough space to punt the football successfully. Now they're talking about putting together a drive.
So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout. To throw on second down is Smith. Throw left side complete to Ingram. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Smith. And his throw is incomplete. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
2nd and 10, Smith again. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 35. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
And that's one of the few times they've been able to contain him. He's had a heck of a game, and maybe he's getting a little bit tired from how many times he's carried the ball. But I always think back to what all those old coaches say. The ball's not that heavy. Keep carrying it, kid.
Now Smith. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Now Gino on 1st down. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. In motion goes the tight end. Back to the air. Smith on 2nd down. And now the ball's loose. Smith loses it. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. He already had the 1 fumble loss, so now 2 fumbles lost here in this first half.
Not setting the pace the way that you want it done. I mean, here in the first half, already twice the ball's come out and hit the turf. Got to find a way to take care of it. Otherwise, they may have to start thinking about maybe someone different at that position.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. Winston gives to the tailback, Martin. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game. And I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
Now Jameis on 2nd down. They set up the screen to Martin. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. And on 3rd and inches, we're going to get a whistle and a timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. The offense on third down tonight, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. They'll run it. Here's Martin. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So the chains are on their sides. It's 1st and goal from the 6. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Working out of the gun, Winston. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. So we've hit halftime here in Tampa with the Bucs out in front. As we send you cross-state to Orlando to check in with Larry Ridley, he's got our EA Sports halftime report. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start the third quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
The third quarter starts with a run by Martin. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Winston with a give to Martin. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. The Bucs on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Play clock winding down. Here's Winston. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Well, the timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
After the interception, here's Smith. Open man right side is Ingram. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. A good pickup there, a 22. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. A shotgun snap for Smith. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. Throwing again. Smith. And that is incomplete.
You know, every time we talk with people about the most important quality for a quarterback to have in the NFL, what do they usually cite?
Arm strength.
Yeah, and that's really way down on the list. Accuracy is one of the bigger ones, maybe the foremost one. That's what he needed on that play.
Throwing on third down, Smith. And now another one thrown incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
A decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they do inch a bit closer.
Yeah, still lots of time to go in this one. Take the points, move on, and let your defense try to get the ball back.
This will be taken in at the 1. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He finds the rookie from Alabama, O.J. Howard. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. So the offense has it 1st and 10. To throw is Winston. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now, in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call and get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
So the D-line's going to spread out. Now it's a bootleg with Winston. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The tight end, Cameron Brate, was the target. And that'll make it 3rd down. If you're going to throw the ball downfield, probably in your best interest to avoid a defensive back as good as he is.
Yeah, anybody who was a starter in last year's Pro Bowl, you know, a guy with that type of aggressiveness, smarts, ability to play the football, yeah, I'd say it's a good idea. Avoid him.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 10. They'll throw again. Winston. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is third down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd-and-1 situation.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
The Giants on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd-and-1. Out of the gun, Smith. And Ingram holds it in. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion.
Not too many teams will use a first-round pick on a tight end, so you know that when one does, he's got to be pretty darn special.
A small example of why they took him in the 1st round there. Nice little catch and run to get the good yardage. And he'll give it here to his running back. And a short gain down to about the 33. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Throwing now is Geno. Caught left side. It's Beckham. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Odell Beckham with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Giants have got it back to a 1-score game. And the lead is down to a field goal now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Bringing it in, Jackson left side. 15 yards through the air and a 1st down. Martin, nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Second down, 9 yards to go. Now Martin. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
And while it didn't work very well on that play, defenders on 3rd and short know it's going to be a quick read. And really, the quarterback's just going to turn around and hand it off. So that way, you're able to diagnose the play and try and get to the point of attack. But when you're dealing with a fullback, it's hard to knock him backwards.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They run the counter with Martin. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Another tote for the workhorse, Martin. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Jason Pierre-Paul first burst on the scene for me, headed towards his draft year. You know what I saw him doing? Like 15, 16 backflips in a row on a YouTube video.
Athlete.
Absolute athlete, and he uses that agility to slip past guys and make plays in the backfield.
That draft year 2010, 15th overall pick. So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Jason Pierre-Paul in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Here's Brian Anger now. He's been terrific so far. Back now in Tampa. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. And he'll get this away into the humid Florida sky. This is taken around the 12. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to get up here to the 26. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
I know anytime you watch a team run the ball really well, there's some pinball effect, people bouncing off of each other. There's also some things of beauty in there when you see these nice, explosive, strong runs. And this guy, he knows how to carry the football really well and continually wants the football. Why? He knows the offensive line's going to give him great effort, and he gives great effort himself to finish off runs.
On first down, Smith. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
10 yards still left on second down. Smith now going to throw again. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. The Giants on third down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 4. Now Smith from the gun. He'll throw. And that is incomplete. Here's Brad Wing now as he's on to punt for New York. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And, you know, their previous possession, they were able to move the football, but still wound up punting in the end.
You know, in 2016, Carolina had a 20-play drive that lasted over 10 minutes. And remember how it ended?
In a punt.
Yeah, I mean, how does that happen? You just don't see that happen every day.
This one maybe not quite that bad, but still, you'd like to have a chance for points if you hold the football that long.
Agreed.
And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Second down, Winston. He's got his tight end over the middle, O.J. Howard. And he's eventually brought down, but not before he reaches the 39, just shy of the 40. A good pickup there of 20 yards. And now a first down following that long gain. Martin. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. I think this defense tired of seeing him run the football, and this D-line probably getting sick of the O-line as well.
And as I'm watching this, I'm thinking about a conversation I had with Adam Gase, the head coach of the Miami Dolphins, in the offseason. He told me that he asked his running backs each week for their favorite runs. Give me your 3 top runs. And right now, you're seeing a guy that's probably using his top runs to great advantage in this game.
He is in his zone. Jameis to throw it. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
Ready. Blue lady, 4 down, 4 down.
Now a second down throw for Winston. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Olivier Vernon. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. The Bucs on third down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
Ready. Blue lady. 550, 550. Check 4, check 4.
From the gun, Winston. And he's got a man. It's the tight end, Howard, complete. 15 yards through the air and a first down. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on third down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
Ready. Blue lady. Hey.
Here's Martin. And some space here. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Carry number 20 here for Martin. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling, and this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Second down following the run. Shift together here from the D-line. Now it's Martin. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. And in this situation with a lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. And a first carry here for Charles Sims. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
They'll run. Martin. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Doug Martin, his 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. Fighting him off. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. New York set to take the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Now Gino on first down. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Now a first down throw. It's Smith. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. And he's brought down. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Smith. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
I'm laughing to myself because I could just hear in film session. But, Coach, I was throwing to Odell Beckham Jr. Of course I thought he was open.
They'd love to go deep downfield to him, though. Such a threat.
Yeah, a rare incompletion because most of the time we expect him to actually come up with the catch.
Smith. His throw incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Now Smith. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. William Golston in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
To throw is Smith. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's Justin Evans, the rookie from Texas A&M. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. Getting down to the end here, they have a 2-score lead. Barely, but it's a 2-score lead, so that probably makes you as a coach feel a lot more comfortable right now, doesn't it, Charles?
It does, but it doesn't mean now you go out and run option or some kind of a wild double reverse or anything like that. But you do know that if anything does go haywire, you're still in control of this game.
I want a double reverse, don't you?
I'm just waiting for that day where we actually see something like that in this situation.
We'll see what happens here. On the ground, the drive starts with Sims. And Sims lost it. He lost the football. And it's a fumble. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster. They give to Martin. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
They run again on 1st down. Martin. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And ready now for 2nd and 9. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for the Buccaneers, it took a few weeks, but they finally get their first one of the season here in Week 4. And they'll get another home date next week as the Patriots will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they will get a home date next week against the Los Angeles Chargers. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Bucs are winners here as we say so long from Tampa.